A great movie starts with a great story. That has to be the foundation. You can build the other stuff around it, but if there's not a great story at the center, it just doesn't work. When you start with something other than a great story, like, oh, I don't know, a board game, you're fighting an uphill battle already. That is the case with the movie Battleship. A movie about, well, battleships, fighting battles in the water and the people around them. Now, if that sounds a little too simple, well, it is, and the movie really suffers from the fact that it's trying to shoehorn all of these things you know from the game into the movie. There are several occasions in the movie where somebody says, "It's a miss," or "It's a hit," and it's like, yeah, I get it. I saw the commercial when I was growing up too, and I love the game, but you don't have to force it into the movie. Now, sometimes this can work. Very rare occasions, like for instance, Pirates of the Caribbean, it can work. That was based on an amusement theme park ride, and somehow they managed to craft a good story and fought that uphill battle and made it work. But it does not work with the movie Battleship. Everything about this movie is cringeworthy. I shouldn't say everything. Most things about this movie are cringeworthy. The acting is just awful at times, and which is sad because Liam Neeson is in this, although he's completely underused, if used at all. He's barely on the screen and doesn't give a chance to do much, but all of the other primaries are laughingly bad at points. The dialogue is awful. The character development is non-existent. This is a movie that exists solely for the reason to do Battleship and to do the game. And what really makes me sad is it's directed by the guy that did Friday Night Lights, and who I think should be able to do a great job, but in this case, I can't, it has to be put on his shoulders. A lot of what could have been changed in this movie, I think he could have changed, and that's unfortunate. So let's say a couple good things. Two good things I can leave with about this movie that actually are decent and not cringe-worthy. One are the special effects. There are some scenes in this movie that are jaw-dropping awesome. I mean, look spectacular on the screen. And some of the, conceptually, the way the ships work also are pretty amazing, and I loved to see that as well. And secondly, there actually is an emotional note towards the end of this movie that goes for something big and deep and emotional, and I think actually succeeds a little bit. It's hard to succeed completely when all the movie around it is so terrible, and I know I'm being vague, but I don't want to give it away in case you do see this movie, but it goes for something at the end, and it actually got me a little bit, even though the rest of the movie I was rolling my eyes. And that, for 90% of the movie, is what Battleship is. It is rolling your eyes. It is an eye-rolling movie, and you really shouldn't expect much more.